I own Hollifrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. Need a ride? I can take you to any of the holds. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves. I hear there's whole...
And you're not bringing home any.
And you'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day?
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's-forsaken town?
And what? You think that'll solve all your... I'll sell just about anything. Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing and Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Everything all right?
spare a coin for a poor old woman. Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord. Spare a coin. Talos rewards the generous. I hope the wind dies down a bit before... Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divines smile on a charitable soul. A few septims for my supper is all I ask. I ask only for a little charity.
It's no secret the Aratina boy is doing some ritual. Trying to conquer our God. Who's going to stop
I was one of the best soldiers
Be
in the
on the
Stormcloak
lookout.
army
The
until I took a
butcher
sword
could be
to the
around
chest.
any corner.
Tell me again why we're wasting time and dwindling.
You're like me, huh?
Chasing a
Don't
legend.
fancy those
We
clunky
don't even know
two-handed
it
weapons.
exists.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn. I just don't know it yet.
Damn the Jarls.
They demand the moot.
And damn the moot. We should risk letting those milk drinkers put Toryg's woman on the throne? She'll hand Skyrim over to the elves on a silver plate.
All the more reason, then. The crown would legitimize your claim.
A crown doesn't make a king.
No, but this one.
If it even exists.
It exists. And it will be the symbol of the righteousness of our cause. Think about it. The jagged crown. It heralds back to a time before Jarls and Moots. Back to the time when the king was a king because his enemies fell before him, and his people rose because they loved him. Skyrim needs that king. You will be that king, Ulfric. You must be.
You're certain you found it?
When have I ever been false with you?
Fine. I'll send the Unblooded here with you. Fancy a crawl through a moldering dungeon to see if you can't stir up Garmar's jagged crown.
It will be there. You'll see. You're alive. I owe Ulfric a drink. I have to admit, I didn't think we'd be seeing you again. I misjudged you. You're definitely Stormcloak material. It's time we made this official. You ready to take the oath? You can stick a sword through an Imperial any day you want, but that doesn't make you a Stormcloak. We're not just fighting Imperials. We're fighting to restore Skyrim to her glory and give her the king she deserves. That's the spirit. By swearing this oath, you become one of us, a hero of the people, a true son of Skyrim, a Stormcloak. Repeat after me. I do swear my blood and honor to the service of Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm and true High King of Skyrim. As Talos is my witness, may this oath bind me to death and beyond. Even to my lord, as to my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. All hail the Stormcloaks, the true sons and daughters of Skyrim. Now you're one of us, which means you get to tag along on a little trip with me. Oh, and here. You're a Stormcloak now. You ought to look the part. Watch yourself out there.
The Empire thinks it holds Falkreath from us, but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried there and will fill our hearts and
Welcome
strengthen
to
our
the fight,
blades.
brother.
Sir, there continues to be unrest in the Great Quarter.
Blast the Dark Elves. I don't suppose you could tell them that I presently have larger concerns, such as all this crime.
They don't seem to be very sympathetic to our cause, sir.
Let me know if you hear anything more substantial.
Of course, my lord.
I have found the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. Can you believe it? Well, I'm almost certain. We're headed to Corvinjun, but if old King Borgus is indeed buried there, we're bound to run into trouble of some kind. Your fellow Stormcloaks are already assembling outside the tomb. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished up here. Don't wait around for me. I bet I'll beat you to Corvinjun even though you start first.
How can I help a brother Nord?
I've spent my life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now. They're what the Empire says.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
I can't help you, friend. Talk to Hadring, the innkeeper.
I got something for you, but you'll have to come and get it. Now you're just making me mad.
Ha! I knew you'd join up. Great news. We'll take back Skyrim together, eh? I'm glad I'll have you beside me in there. This place chills my blood, and I don't care who knows it. These old ruins. My father always told me to stay away from them. Good advice, I'd say. But never mind all that. We've got a job to do, and nothing's going to stand in our way.
You ready? That's what I like to hear. Listen up. Those Imperials aren't here by coincidence. They're spies. They must have found out we know about the ground. They don't want us to act.
You're trespassing here. You'd better clear out.
Victory is yours, ultimate! You're nothing! That's the end of that.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook at Candlehearth Hall.
Hold it there.
Always
Keep
sad
your
when
distance.
someone has to die.
Another girl killed.
Spare a coin for
This is
a poor
Susanna
old woman.
from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up. We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth. If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact, so whoever did this wasn't after gold. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Someone who's got nothing.
Always sad when
Another
someone
one.
has to die.
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when I got here.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Another one. Terrible.
Always sad. Sorry, I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
It's so good to see you again.
Just like always, nobody saw anything useful. The bastards escaped again.
Spare a coin.
Look, friend, if you think you can do better than the Legion of Guards, be my guest. You'll need to talk to your life, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be an official business. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
A few septims.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric, these are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well. Staying safe.
What is it? What is it? Dragons? Watch the skies, traveler.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives. There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
My cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get? Guard duty.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. I've never seen anything like it. I would take this to Calixto at the House of Curiosities. He has a good eye for strange trinkets. Might even give you a bit of gold for it. Ugh. Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? She posts those all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down. Ask her about it if you want an earful. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner. After what happened to the... I've been following him for months now. Well, not actually following. Trying to find him. The guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks he can be caught. Huh? What's it say? Woundfirth. There have been rumors swirling about him for years, as long as I can remember. But he's a dangerous man. That's why they call him the Unliving. I wouldn't approach him directly. This information needs to go straight to the steward. He'll listen to you. This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired. The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice. Shouted him. Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth.
Everyone says Jorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few things.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now if it wasn't for my war wound.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? My sister... Let me see. Ah, yes. This is the Wheelstone. It's an heirloom symbol of the power of Windhelm. Traditionally, it's carried by the court mage. I would, be interested in acquiring it. If you're willing to part with it, that is. For a piece like that, I could pay 500 gold? Wonderful. This will be a splendid addition to my private collection. I don't care much for the war one way or the other. It bothers me that fewer people come to Windhelm these days.
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true. If Ulfric needs a favor, he had. I'd explain my research, but you'd just be confused. I beg your pardon? Necromancy. I am a member of the College of Winterhold, in good standing. They haven't allowed necromancy for hundreds of years. My what now? I've never kept a journal, I can assure you. What exactly did this amulet look like? I know it well, or at least I've heard of it. I would wager that carving once depicted a skull. That is the necromancer's amulet of legend. It appears you were at least half right. There is necromancy at the heart of this. I've been noting a pattern to when the killings happen. Now that we know they're tied in to some sort of necromantic ritual, I think I know when the next might occur. Let's see. From a Lordus of Last Seed until a Midas of Hearthfire, it will happen soon. Very soon. Keep watch in the Stone Quarter tomorrow night. That's almost certainly where the killer will strike next.
How can I help a brother not?
I do the cooking and cleaning around the palace.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Poor old woman. Cookware, knives, and other goods for home. All at reasonable
Assorted
prices.
fruits and vegetables. All delicious and affordable.
I'd travel. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
All ripe and ready for your table.
Thank you for your custom.
It's so good to see you again.
Yep, needs metal, the finest weapons and armor. Don't forget, you find Queen Freydis' sword. I'll reward you.
Friend Brunwald.
Working in Windhelm is great.
If you
I
see
get to
anything
see
you
Ulfric
like,
up
just let me
close.
know and I'll be glad to offer you a discount.
That's not necessary. I'll pay the same price as anyone else.
And with good reason.
Windhelm
Malcolm told me you've been speaking to
expression
Ulfric about our
today.
situation.
Come and see
Said
for
you're going to
yourself.
help us. So yours offered to help us. Discount is the least I can do.
Not looking for special treatment, Doctor. All I did was blow him. For all I know, he's already forgotten the conversation. I wouldn't get your hopes up.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but just know this.
Buying and selling a wide range of assorted goods. The best selection in Windhelm.
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Assorted fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
Hermir's become a decent smith. Like to think I had a hand on it.
Meaning to speak,
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his...
got tied to the thief.
One should never pay too much attention.
Everyone needs a metal hammer,
You have. I couldn't.
whether it's armor you need or a new...
Please, do continue.
Bad times for you, Trevor. In fact, you've been known to kill.
Vegetables all right and ready. Table.
Hard on all of us.
Not
I have a
that
list of
know,
everything for
but,
sale.
of
Come,
course,
see for yourself.
It seems to me that the last thing a thieves' guild would want is to draw attention to itself.
The eyes of the
Take
law
home
are
Windhelm's
everywhere.
finest and freshest produce today.
Guards are looking for a killer, but who knows where else they might turn up.
Need some? Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. If you meet anyone in your travels who needs good steel, send them my way.
I understand you purchase used goods as well as sell them.
Yes, that's right. Whether or not I'm interested depends on what you've got, of course.
There's no glory in war.
Oh, no, you don't.
Just something they tell soldiers who can risk their lives.
Oh, I see. Take a look. Just bring them by whenever it's convenient for you.
Sheath your weapons and come quietly.
Horses. All day. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
What a waste.
Damn shame.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Shouldn't leave things around to trip over.
What happened? Cookware, knives, and other goods for the home, all at
delicious and
reasonable
affordable.
prices. I'd travel more, but if you're looking to get a drink, some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. thank you for your custom.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Take a look. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Come and see for yourself.
I have a little of everything for sale. Come, see for yourself.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get just go for a couple of books.
Need hermit.